AITA for telling my husband I am upset he made lunch plans with his friend the day before my C-section. Didn't tell me until the last minute and didn't consider inviting me. I, 31F, am 9 months pregnant with our first child and am booked in for a cesarean tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. My husband, 38M, is on his second day of parental leave. He will be off work for a month. We had told family we will be hanging out at home together all day today, getting the last few things organized for the hospital tomorrow. It was my understanding that we would be spending the day together, essentially pottering around the house and spending time together. This morning his mom suggested she come over for coffee to see us before the baby arrives. He said again we would just be home today so that would be fine and to come over whenever she liked. When it got to 11 a.m. and she hadn't arrived yet, he then said he was annoyed because he was going to be late for a pub lunch with his friend. I was surprised to hear he had made lunch plans and said you were going for lunch? What about me? He said he didn't think I'd want to come and it wasn't a big deal. I felt disappointed as he has a habit of not considering or inviting me when making plans during our time off together, which has mostly been our weekends up until now. His mom came for her visit, which was enjoyable and uneventful. His lunch was brought up by him, and his mom agreed with me that it was a bit strange he had organized to do something without me today. He said again he didn't think it would matter and it's his last day before becoming a father as well. After she left he asked if I wanted to come for lunch. By this point I decided I didn't want to because I felt like a third wheel and unwanted, so I said no. I was setting up the baby monitor when he came in to tell me I should cut him some slack because he is going to be looking after me and the baby for the next month, which is an exaggeration but, fine, so he should be able to go out for an hour if he wants. He also wanted me to tell him he wasn't going to have to hear about this again, meaning I understood it was fine and wouldn't bring it up again. This caused an argument as I wouldn't say it wouldn't get mentioned again, and I ended up telling him that I felt disappointed when he had made plans without me and I felt unimportant. He got angry, I cried, he left for lunch and I don't know whether I'm in the wrong or not. It's not really about him going out with his friend. Usually it 100% wouldn't matter at all. But as it's our last day together before our baby arrives, I would just like to have been factored into the decision making and not be told as an aside after plans are already made. AITA? Update. I was not expecting the volume of response to this. I'm oscillating between packing hospital clothes and reading comments, but will quickly say thank you to everyone who had thoughtful responses. We are both feeling a lot with everything going on tomorrow and emotions and tensions were definitely running high. He wasn't being his best self in the moment and I've definitely had my moments of being hormonal and erupting recently. So, while I agree I'm NTA in this instance, I'll accept there has been some increased sensitivity and insecurity on my part that added weight to the situation. Husband apologized not long after I posted, returned home and is currently hanging some shelves in the nursery. Sorry to those who suggested we ended and super sorry to the one person who suggested he was out with a side chick, smiley face.